turn it off. So, ad-libbing, part of studying at DSB, I think. All right, we should do without. I've only been here for about 2 years, and there are people who've been here a lot longer and know some of you a great deal more than I do. Probably not the amount of time that, let's see if this kicks off. Oh, look at that. Probably not the amount of time, though, that is going to be the center of today's speech. 66 billion years ago, you've got to love a speech that starts 66 billion years ago, right? I've got about an hour and a half. Okay, so 66 billion years ago, an asteroid crashed into the Earth. If that asteroid had been going 1 meter slower, or the Earth had been revolving 1 meter quicker, it wouldn't have hit the west coast of what became America and hit sulfur flats, which threw up sulfur into the atmosphere and destroyed all land animals that existed at that point. This, by the way, is probably what the class would look like if it had been that 1 meter slower. That's me at the front. It's up to you to pick which son or daughter your dinosaur is. But the only animals that survived that time were sea animals. Humans, as we all know, as our biology class teaches us, came out of the oceans, crawled up onto the beach, and ended up at DSB. There were a few steps on the way. The Suez Canal in 1840 kinds of something, I can't quite remember what, halved the time for the travel between Europe and India. Without that, Mumbai would not have become the hub that it is today, and none of us would be here. There are other historical precedents, of course. If there had not been, if India had not decided to create a multicultural, multi-religious state, we probably wouldn't be all here, and we probably wouldn't be together, certainly at this point. There are numerous historical things that had to happen for us to just be here, in this room, at this moment. But there's also personal ones as well. This is 1937. Your great-grandparents are meeting in a samosa shop. They think they're going there for the rich meat fillings, but actually what they're going there for is love. And they're going to fall in love. This is their first meet cute. They're going to fall in love, and they're going to have some children. Child. In 1970, these are your grandparents, not the people getting married. This is not your grandparents getting married. This is your grandparents who are meeting for the first time, looking very awkward and young. But had they not gone to that wedding, they would never have met. They would never have fallen in love, and would never have had your parents. And yes, your parents were that good looking in 2007. That's how good looking they were. Look at them. And that's you. Without that chain of personal and historical events, you would not be here at this point. It's 240 generations since the Mahabharata. I know, I've mispronounced that for about 2 years, and I've been teaching it too. It's 240 generations since then to now. So I gave our math department a bit of a challenge and tried to work out how many couples would need to have got together in order for you to be here now. So if you think about it, for example, there's you, there's your parents, their parents' parents, that's doubling that, and then doubling and doubling and doubling. The math department, I can't do this, so the math department came back with this number, which is something amount, 1 billion, trillion, quadrillion, who knows. But that is the amount of couples that had to exist. And they had to fall in love, they had to get together, they had to put up with each other long enough to make a baby. That's a lot of Netflix and chill. They had to endure a lot of different things. They had to break up with the people that they were with at some point, I'm sure. They had to find a partner, find a home, introduce their families, and survive long enough so that your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great grandparents could meet and and have you. But we're not individuals. There are 14 students who are coming up tonight to receive their graduation certificates. And that means we need to give the math department one more challenge to work out exactly what are the odds of all 14 people, given 240 generations, to meet in the same room at the same time, studying at DSB. And so I gave them this challenge, and this is the odds that they came up with. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. There you go. There you go. Those are the odds in which you would be in the same room as each other at the same time, in the same place. It's a massive odds. Your parents, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, your great-great-great-great-grandparents had to meet and get together. The Suez Canal had to open. India had to create its own country. The meteor had to hit the Earth at exactly the right time, at exactly the right speed. All these things had to happen so that you can be here tonight to receive your graduation certificate. The universe must have wanted you pretty bad. No pressure, though, right? I mean, this very much apes what you were saying there. There's no pressure, guys. I mean, all those people had to meet and get together just so you could be here. All the world had to conform in a set way so that you could be here together to go forward and change the world.